Go. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, give us
Do one more time. Do one more time. That's a good one. Oh, that was perfect.
Woo!
Props to my son Sam and his professional trumpet playing.
Way to go, Sam.
Nice job, buddy. We thought that would be a better intro than what we've been doing
Thanks for
recently.
doing that. I
was
said,
really
hey,
good.
we should have a special musical introduction. I never thought he'd agree to do it. We don't have to twist his arm.
Oh, I have these ridiculous earrings in because I wore them to holiday shop and they're hurting on the
The ridiculous earrings actually aren't ridiculous and not as remotely ridiculous as the outfits that you've been wearing this week, which are adorable.
So can you guys see them? I think
you know, I'm all about the Christmas, so I appreciate these get-ups you've been showing up to the fruit farm.
I am in charge of holiday shop with my friend Elizabeth at the kids' school. And this is holiday shop week where the kids get to come in and purchase gifts for their families.
And they wrap them too.
We wrap them up.
It's all top secret.
Yes, so the families can't see, and it's super fun. They get the opportunity to shop and they get to experience what it's like to give a gift for someone and also like money management. So it's really cool for the kids.
Our school never did anything like that, and I remember the first time that Jack got me a gift, and I thought it was just really nice.
It's very cool. It's very, very cool. And I do all the Elizabeth and I do all the shopping for it, so it's a little stressful and a lot of work that we put into this.
But you dress up.
So
every day you have a different outfit.
I have it's like ugly Christmas sweater on steroids.
Because it's the whole outfit, from the feet to the earrings.
I have Christmas Crocs. I have Christmas Converse. I have Christmas headwear.
The Christmas Converse have a fun story, though, because they've been passed down.
They have been bequeathed to me.
From the previous holiday shop coordinator.
Correct.
So this is big business. This is like being the president of your school board.
So the previous holiday shop
kids.
Coordinator is one of our closest friends, and she happens to pretty much wear the same shoe size as me. I do think they're a little big on me, but that's okay.
I love them.
Yeah, they're perfect. They are red
glitter
Converse. They are perfect for holiday shop and Christmas. They are
or Valentine's Day and working at Patterson Fruit Farm. They're good for a lot of things.
They are good for a lot. You could wear them for the 4th of July.
Are good. I'm wearing a pair of red shoes.
Yes, I love them. I love them. I'm so happy, and she has officially given them to me now and passed them on.
That's a special gift.
It was very, very nice. So today I wore a light up green skirt, and it lit up Christmas lights. So
it's like a booty skirt too.
Oh, your father-in-law was like, "Well, that's shorter than yesterday's."
Jim's checking out your legs.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, I wore leggings under it. I obviously was inappropriate to wear it without because I was wearing it to the school."
He's probably like, "Is there a new dress code at the farm?"
Yeah, he was like, "Oh my goodness, what is she wearing?" But I mean, I was obviously wearing leggings underneath it, so it was fine. But it was really funny.
That's actually a great lead and segue into the next conversation. My father-in-law, I don't know if you ever have the chance to meet him. He's like the cutest little guy, and he's just so happy and friendly all the time. And he shows up at my house the other morning, and I'm hanging wreaths that I dug out of the dumpster on my windows because they weren't quality enough to sell from Rogish Farms, which I tend to agree. They had gotten a little smashed, and maybe some of the needles were going to fall off, but they were perfect for my windows outside. So if you drive by our home, we have real live wreaths on our windows because I was taking out the trash in the dumpster and noticed that there were wreaths in the dumpster. So I proceed to get in the dumpster to rescue these wreaths. And Bill's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Saving us money." And I told Bob. And so anyways, so I'm hanging these wreaths and my father-in-law comes. He's like, "Hey, I'm here to work on your locks." He had some keys made for us for our garage door and the door to my house because we had a little situation while we were out of town last week.
We did?
I had to call Dan. Well, first of all, Bill's in actually a very serious meeting because he's in his Ohio Farm Bureau annual meeting board election. So they're getting ready to elect new delegates to represent on the state board of trustees. So, and I'm texting him. My mom calls. "I'm locked out of your house." How are you locked out of your house? So
she had driven the kids to school. So it was like
so I'm like, well, we don't even
7:30
lock
in the
our
morning.
doors. How are you locked out? I was confused. Our garage door has a code. Like we don't lock any other doors.
You may not want to say that on the podcast.
Well, I mean, at least they're not going to bust my door in if they want to break in and steal our garbage. There's a lot of junk in our house. And anyways, and so the door to the house, like the man door into our home had locked. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, walk around on the back deck. Our sliding door is never locked. She's like, oh, I put the bar down. The stick was in the door. I'm like, oh. Like, Mom, I got nothing. So I texted Bill. He actually called. And he's in this important meeting. And he's like, oh, we don't have a key. But why doesn't she try to go through the dog door?
Now, in Bill's defense...
It was really funny.
So, here's the thing. Now, afterwards...
Then I hear laughter in the background because they're like, did you just tell your mother-in-law to go through the dog door?
In his defense, because I questioned him on that.
Yeah.
I said, what in God's name were
He
you
was thinking,
telling your mother-in-law to go through a dog door? And
what else were we supposed to do?
He said that was not his anticipation.
Oh.
He claims that he thought that she could just reach her
Oh,
arm
yeah.
up.
That
I said, what do you think? She has like go-go gadget arms?
Tall, but that's not
like,
gonna
my
work.
goodness. I said, what do you think? She's literally going, he's like, no, I just assumed that she could do that. I said, you're ridiculous.
I mean, she would have had to reach up and over.
There is
like,
no
3
way.
feet.
There is no way in God's green earth that this poor woman was going to do that.
So I called my sister-in-law to see, because they live right across the street, to see if they'd gone to school, because Audrey could fit through the dog door, and they'd already left. Meanwhile, I was like, thank you so much, Sue. That's all I needed. Bye. Because I had to move on. I'm like, Dana, have the boys left for school? No. I'm like, I need a huge favor. And you had a lot going on. It was not exactly like...
It's fine.
But we're like, this is good podcast material. So Joey saved the day, went through the dog door,
Right,
unlocked
Joe?
the house. But now we have keys to our home. Meanwhile, my sister-in-law had called my in-laws to tell them that my mother was locked out of the house, but they were in Columbus with us. No, they were back by then.
Yeah,
they were back, but Jim said, I do have a key.
They were not home, though. He said they were not.
It was on the keychain that Bob had used to
Correct.
drive to Columbus.
So the keys
the
were
only
in
key
Columbus.
to our home was in Columbus. So anyways, now we all have plenty of keys. We're good to go. But that was kind of a funny little thing that happened.
But I have a 7-year-old that can go through a dog door. So.
Right. So really, if anyone wants to break into our house, they'll just go through the dog door.
That's right. You'll just bring a 7-year-old with you to do it.
Yeah.
That's fine. It made it.
That's good.
Joey thought it was so funny that
I'm
morning.
so
he
glad.
thought it was
because
hilarious.
He really saved the day.
He did. He was very proud, and Grammy was very grateful.
Oh,
So
she was.
It
She
all
had, I think
worked
she had like
out.
cookie dough in the mixer.
She did. I mean,
She had it going
you could clearly
on.
tell when she had left the house, she had not anticipated getting locked out.
Well, word on the street is that Grammy drives really slow.
Oh, really?
The kids were like, Mom, she like drives the speed limit.
Is that right?
I guess she sticks. My mom is not a rule breaker. Like she is a rule follower.
It does not surprise me one bit.
So like I
knowing
like
your
that.
mom and knowing you.
Yeah, but she's even worse than me.
Well, now we know where you get it from.
I get it from her, honestly. So, but then this leads into, we just did this cookie exchange. Who the heck still does cookie exchanges? I think this is like 1980s housewife thing.
We do. We may as well just have a Tupperware party at it because
We should have, right? We're just bringing it all back because
Right.
if you do it 2 years in a row, it's a tradition. And so anyway, so my mom was probably making the cookies that she
because
made for me
Kristen
for the
cheated.
cookie
Say it.
exchange.
She was. That's exactly what she. When I walked in the
I
house,
didn't cheat.
You cheated.
I mean, my cookies were homemade. I just didn't
But
make
you
them
didn't
in my own
make
home.
them. Someone else made them for you.
My mom was so nice.
Each
And-
of us were to make 8 dozen
Okay, I thought
cookies.
it was 7.
Regardless
Oh, shoot,
of
I
the
forgot your
number,
cookies.
regardless of the number that we were to make, Kristen did not make her cookies. She had her mother make her cookies. That's cheating. I made my cookies.
You're just jealous your Grammy didn't make them.
That's right, I am. You're 100% right. I'm not even trying to
Listen,
deny
my
it.
mom came and stayed, and everyone's like, how's it going back home with the kids? I'm like, honestly, like, this has been
She
great.
came over to the market
She
and
killed
she
it.
did. She rocked it. She was fantastic.
Home cooked meals, like snacks.
No, I think she did great.
Got the kids to school on time without speeding.
I mean, that's more than either of us can usually say for
I do this
ourselves.
on a
so-
normal basis.
Gosh.
So anyways, yeah, and I didn't make my own cookies, but she made me my favorite Christmas cookie, which then I didn't make enough cookies to take to the party.
So guess who got shorted a dozen?
Just you.
This girl.
I have them in my freezer.
This girl.
They are delicious. It's an orange drop cookie, and I should share the recipe.
Well, I wouldn't know because I can't eat cookies
It's
right
really
now. It's
tasty.
killing me, you
cannot
guys.
because-
This is the worst thing ever. I am currently on an elimination diet. I am dairy-free and gluten-free.
The worst part is
It
the
is-
dairy.
Oh, I don't even care about the gluten. The gluten's not even bothering me. It is the
You might as well just say
dairy.
no cheese.
It's cheese. And I'm like,
It's cheese.
when the doctor told me this, I was like, are you aware that it is
Christmas.
December and it is a month where my body just needs to be filled with cheese? Like, it is just a cheese-filled
We're
month.
major supporters of the dairy industry.
100%.
I love cheese.
Like, I love cheese. I love it. And to be perfectly honest with you, I really don't feel that dairy is my issue. I do think there is something to the gluten thing. I don't think there is anything to this dairy situation. This is kind of funny, you guys. Side note, real quick.
What's your
I just have
ding?
to tell you what just happened. So my mom is going out of town. Her best friend lives in Atlanta, and every so often, her best friend is fairly well off. I've told you about her.
Oh, yeah.
And
She's super nice.
she's the best. Like, my mom's best
Why
friend
don't you like her?
is so, because I don't have anything to, like, share. I'm not, like,
I want a
I'm
friend
not-
who shares.
I want, like, a really wealthy friend that's
Actually,
super
I have a
generous.
friend who shares through her parents, and
Yeah.
I still missed out.
Yeah, like my mom's best friend is insanely generous, and she is taking her to a spa in, I want to say Miami this week for the rest of the week. They're leaving today. They're coming home Sunday. And
Really?
yeah, so my mom just sent a text
Oh, I
to like
wanna
my
go.
brothers and I, and it just says, "Just wanted to say goodbye. I'll see you all Sunday," with a kiss. And my brother, "Where are you going?" But like he
which
knows,
brother?
my brother Ryan. But his
Oh.
wife, Ryan's wife, is like, "Have so much fun," because she knows.
But he doesn't know.
But but like he knows. He just
He
like
just forgot
typical
that it's
man,
now.
like has forgotten, and like the wife is so responsible. Like I'm just laughing that this is like such a typical
That's
man
so
and
exciting
wife.
for her. I want to go to a spa for a
Just
weekend.
such a generous, like her friend is so generous. She's so fortunate, and her friend is just the kindest of all. Just wonderful.
How nice.
Yeah, but it's just funny. Like
Someday Dana's
oh yeah,
gonna take
Miami.
me somewhere.
She is going to Miami. No, but I don't. No,
You supply me with a pool membership.
I give you a pool membership.
That's nice. I give you
Donuts. That's literally.
donuts and apples. That's all I
I
got.
usually pay for the apples.
You steal the donuts.
I
That's
steal
okay.
the donuts.
Well, that's an exciting thing for your mom. That's fun. But that's how families work. Like,
Yeah, it's just like
how could families survive without like random group family texts?
correct. You want to know
providing
something
with us
else?
entertainment.
Do you want to know something else that's kind of exciting about this group text? This is a new group text.
Oh,
It's-
do you have your new soon-to-be sister-in-law on
Look,
there?
there's a phone number on here. I don't know, and that
that's
is
her.
So this is officially the new sibling text. It's my mom and my two brothers and my sister-in-law
Oh,
and
that's
my
big.
new soon-to-be sister-in-law.
'Cause they
is
got
on here.
engaged.
They're officially engaged. So now she has made it onto the
I
family
do like
text.
her. Well,
I like her a
that's
lot.
big time
yeah,
to be
I
on
like
the
her a lot.
family text.
But she is officially on the family text.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll have to put her name on there. Like I don't even have her phone number because I guess that's
Now
kind
you
of sad.
do.
Now I have her phone number, but it's my future sister-in-law.
Oh,
So
how fun.
yeah, super
Well,
exciting.
I'm just enjoying a drink out of my Stanley cup because we should talk about this. We
I don't want to talk about this.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't know who's gonna listen.
No, I'm talking about how the Stanley Cup is popular.
I think we're
The
gonna say
Stanley
something
Cup is like back. So remember back to the 1980s, like in your lunchbox, your mom put your soup in
Yeah.
a little twist top Stanley
You know,
mug.
wait, my kids still take those.
Well, yeah, but not a Stanley. But I'm saying we had a Stanley. So it's back. The Stanley is back. And of course, I love the sheep industry and the wool industry. I have the Pendleton one.
Mm-hmm.
I got it at Geiger's, our little ski shop.
I can't believe you got it there because Costco has so many
Not
Stanley
these,
Pendleton ones.
but
I
they
know,
do,
but they
and they're
do have
very
tons.
nice.
They're so nice.
They're so nice. Those are the big ones. But
Yeah.
I love this coffee because, well, I love my Buick Enclave, and this is my second one. The cup holder stinks. Buick,
Yes.
if you're listening, your cup holder situation stinks. But this cup holder holds my Stanley mug. So this is like the gift of the season, right? Not this one exactly. It's the one that has a handle and a straw. It's supposed to be like the hot item list. I'm not buying into it.
okay.
But I am making the mental note that everything that we used as kids is coming back again.
Kristen and I had kind of an idea, by the way. That is very true. That everything we like
sure.
next thing you know, they're going to be like metal lunch boxes because they'll be like,
Oh, they're already back.
well, you know, like what I mean, like
Yeah, but they're
yeah.
back.
But so we're thinking of maybe we should kick off the new year.
With our favorite things. 'Cause,
Yes.
like, Oprah had
We're
her
like Oprah.
favorite things.
We're like Oprah.
But we'll-
I think we should start
yeah.
off the new year with it.
Maybe
Maybe like
DK,
maybe we'll see. What?
Dan and Kristen. Whoa, your microphone. We'll kick off January with Dana and Kristen's favorite items.
Things. I like it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I like it.
We're doing
That's a good idea.
That's good. Well, today, cycling it back, Bill did get reelected as president of the Ohio Farm Bureau.
Congratulations.
But to be funny is that when I walked into the office this afternoon, my father-in-law had obviously been there because on the desk was a picture of Bill's face on the front of the paper that said Patterson reelected. So I have a little thing, and I save all of the news clippings, or anything.
I think that's nice, though. Yeah, it's kind of one day this will be history for you guys, and this won't be a part of your lives.
One day it'll be history.
Well, I mean that one day it won't be a part of your lives anymore.
Right, and I think we'll miss those days. And we just had a conversation about it. I mean, it's rough. It is a non-pain job that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of time away from our family and for a good cause.
But, absolutely. I mean,
there's not
fantastic.
many times that we're having a conversation. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to go. So-and-so's calling. Talk to you later. So-and-so's calling. Okay, got to go.
Yeah, and half the time you don't know he's on the phone.
Because he has his AirPods in.
Do you know how many times I've started a conversation?
AirPods. What are they? Are they AirPods? They're not AirPods. They are?
Yeah.
I thought the AirPod was the little thing.
That's an
Earbuds.
iPod. It's an iPod.
Oh. AirPods. Anyways.
All right,
So
moving
yeah,
on.
it's hard to know when he's on the phone.
Well, it's
So we did have that.
Hi.
But I was scrolling through the internet, and it came up and it resonated with me. It was a woman holding a sign, and it said, "Why do stupid people back into parking spots?"
So here's my thing with this.
I'm one of those stupid people.
Well, so is Tom. He just raised his hand.
I have reasons. I will tell you
All
my
right,
reasons.
well, there's two things I want to say about this. So you go first, and then I'll discuss.
No, you say your things first, and then
I
I'll
think that there's an
rebuttal.
appropriate time to back into a parking spot. So here's where I get mad.
Do not say school pickup.
Oh no,
Okay,
that is
you have to
you
back
have to
in.
park in. You have to back in because you'll never
get
get
out.
out.
So that's
and
why
I
it's
think
good.
in like a parking garage at like like a sporting event or something like that. Like
You saw Hamilton in the parking garage. Did you back in?
No, because we parked in like a spot that you could pull through so that we.
Oh.
Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah, you would have backed in if you couldn't pull through.
But that was
It's an
because-
easy exit.
It's an easy exit. That's the reason why. However, where I got really mad, and I think Sam, were you with me the other day? I don't know where you went. We were at Target, and some not nice person was in front of me driving down the lane, and then all of a sudden passed the parking spot. So I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to take this parking
'cause they
spot."
were overshooting
and all
it
of
to
a sudden,
back in.
he overshot it, and he almost got in a car accident because I was then going to go into
There
this
is a
parking
time and a
spot,
place, I
and
would
it was
agree.
an inappropriate back in, and I was very frustrated. And he was in a big truck.
Inappropriate back in. Inappropriate back in. That sounded like you were like you needed sirens to let him know.
I don't think so.
But you were happy about it.
No.
Did you yell?
I was mad at him. I mean, I didn't like road rage or anything. But
I think my
mad.
dad told me this, but I always have backed into parking spots unless it's not appropriate, because if your battery doesn't start, you can get jumped easier.
Well, that's Parker's.
Oh, he left this knife here too? Mm-hmm. This kid leaves his knives everywhere. Literally, this is the knife that he lost in Louisville he thought he lost it, but it was in my mom's bag. Anyways.
I did see Hamilton this weekend.
What was your review?
My biggest fear.
It's already been to Columbus, so now it came to Cleveland. So
my biggest fear. I've never seen it live. This was the first time seeing it live. I've seen the Broadway version on Disney Plus like multiple times. So my biggest fear was that it was not going to live up to the hype. It did. Like, I thought it was fantastic. Now, there was a girl at Holiday Shop yesterday that was like, "Nah, I didn't like this character." And I was like,
a girl? Like a student?
No, a mom. She had also seen it this weekend. And there was a character that, it was ironic because I actually walked out of there saying that this specific character blew me. Oh, I don't want to say because I know that you're going, so I want you to kind of form your own opinion. I was blown away. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It led up to the hype. Part of it was I brought Olivia with me. She is a huge Hamilton fan. And when I tell you, like, her eyes were lit up the entire time. She was on the edge of her seat the whole time, and it made the experience for Tom and I so much better to see it, like, through her eyes, because she genuinely was just so, I mean, she's seen Broadway plays before, but this was really the first one that she has ever appreciated to the extent that she did. So it was a great experience for us. Real quickly, we are running out of time, but I have to give well wishes. Parker is having, speaking of Parker, he is having his foot surgery tomorrow.
Yeah, Wednesday. So when you're listening to this, he will most likely be under the knife.
Yes. So well wishes to Parker.
Yes. He's
Lots
nervous.
of
You know, it's hard. It's hard to like imagine what it's going to be like. You don't ask as many questions when your kid's in front of the doctor because you don't want to scare the child.
Right.
So yeah, he goes in tomorrow morning. We arrive at 8:30. So I hope
he's going to be
about
great.
an hour and a half procedure. So yeah,
he's going to be fantastic.
Parker will take all the fan mail,
well
wishes for Parker.
Yeah, he's gonna be
soaking it all up. I just hope I have a feeling Thursday, Friday are gonna be a little rough.
They probably are. I think they probably are, and I think you just gotta give him lots of cuddles.
I'm gonna put a little wreath on his knee scooter, on his little basket, so he's very festive as he's like rolling around.
Wait, why don't you get lights?
Oh, I should like battery light.
There, people at Disney
We have them at the
World,
market. Yeah, at the market.
On the star thing. Yeah. The twinkle ones.
Yeah.
People at Disney World had them on their strollers, and I told my sister-in-law that I thought that
if you had a stroller.
Yeah, I thought I was disappointed that like
that's a good idea.
Was not as festive. So like, or no, not at Disney World, at the Zoo Lights. People had them.
Zoo Lights.
So I was like, told my sister-in-law, I'm like, you should have done that.
That's
so
a good
you
idea.
should do that to Parker's knee scooter.
I should. I will surprise him with it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, friends. Until next time. All
right. I hope you guys all have a great week.
We're mismatched, and the countdown is on. Christmas is coming.
Oh my gosh. I'm having anxiety.